Good afternoon, everybody. I'm still at it. I hope you've had a really good lunch break. We have had a phenomenal morning. There's been lots happening. There's been messages flying in from all over the world. But first, I need to make an apology to everybody that I haven't made clear, and it's something that had gone clean out of my head since before Christmas, was that the 99p Kindle offer is actually UK only offer today. And I'd shared the links with some people in the US. I'm really sorry about this. That means don't take this the bad way. This is the good thing. Things change. We master change. But you know what that means? If I can only do one platform a day, we get to have another celebration another day for another platform. So watch out. So we've got the branding coming up. We've got other platforms, which means where I read out with Natalie early, we're in Australia, Brazil, Canada, Germany, excuse me by the real screen because I can't remember them all, in Spain, France, India, Portugal, Italy, Netherlands, Mexico, UK, and the US. So that's 13 different platforms I can have special offers on. This is going to keep me busy all year. When am I going to get time to build the courses and have another go? So it'll take a little while before I can do each offer. So throughout the year, I get a feeling this celebration is going to last right throughout 2021. So there we go. We've got lots of exciting stuff coming up. Second, absolutely brilliant announcement I want to share with you is because today I will read for you in a minute. Just letting my throat clear a bit more first. Talking myself silly today. We have been pushing at 99p in the UK today because the challenge, the mission for the year is to transform the lives of 100,000 teenagers. And that means getting the book out there to as many people as possible. 99p is an absolute giveaway. I'm not getting anything out of it for that today. It's a giveaway. It's literally covering Amazon admin costs. I don't even know. It's just like pennies. So it's a way to transform somebody's life. Sharing that link today for 99p. The mission is to transform all these lives, but the mission for today and today only in the UK is to get that book to #1. By doing that, we help to get the book up onto all of Amazon promotions, because if Amazon says, do you know what, this book's got some value to it, they'll start sharing it. They'll start promoting in some of their own like little pop-ups and things. It will come up as a #1. So like when people search for teen self-help books and parenting teen books, it will be there at the top of the group instead of hidden in amongst the millions of other or thousands of other books. So this is why it's important to get it up there and to claim that bestseller rank today. So I'm really excited about this. And we are already, this is the great thing, already at lunchtime, just gone lunchtime, at number 13. We're already at number 13. So we haven't got far to go. Now that started this morning on, I believe, I saved it this morning just to check. I've got screens open everywhere here. It started at number 120 this morning. So it's gone from 120 up to number 13 in just over 4 hours, in basically 4 hours. We've got until 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to nail this. So let's get on with the reading. Welcome to the reading this afternoon. We're going to cover a section of chapter 1. I read you a little bit out of the introduction this morning, and now I'm going to cover a little bit from chapter 1. Chapter 1 is all about emotional awareness, and this is the section of the book where we introduce the colour wheel. This is the part where you begin to understand the dynamics of all of your emotions as a core level. Now, there are supposedly, it will come out when I read it. Let me read it, and then I'll come back to it. Step 1, core emotions. This chapter is going to sound so crazy, it's almost unbelievable. Stick with me as I try to explain. So far, you have learned to look in some depth at your current life, referring to the book. Now I am going to show you how to look at your present life. Bear with me, I've got a comment here. Oh, bless. Thank you, Yvette. Well done. Yeah, thank you. So anyway, Even I am not an expert on anyone else's emotions, not even my own son's. But what I am an expert at is teaching you how to understand all that noise and how to break it down and how to use it so you can take back control of your own life. Right now, you probably don't feel much like that expert. But remember when Karate Kid was painting fences and polishing cars? It all comes together soon. If you haven't seen the film, it's one I recommend seeing. These four emotions on here, these four emotions are each allocated a colour throughout the rest of this book. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you paint fences with them. What they do is help you see emotions as a colour. And from now on, you can think of them as yellow, happy, red, angry, blue, sad, and black, depressed. Did you know there are literally thousands of words in the English dictionary to describe emotions? Some sites report over 3,000 emotions, while I've also heard Tony Robbins mention over 6,000. To me, that's too much to learn for most adults. Great if you're going to be a therapist, author, or a songwriter. But why would the average teenager need to know all of that knowledge? After all, you don't choose how you feel, or do you? If I tell you that by using the 4 core emotions below, you could learn to turn your life around and manage your emotions your whole life, does that sound more interesting? The rest is simply language used to express the subtleties and the dynamics of each of the core emotions, or the combinations of them. See the diagram below and you will see that these 4 core emotions are arranged in a wheel. This is the wheel that you are going to use to drive your emotions. Learn how to steer it. What it does on the next page is breaks down happy, sad, angry, depressed, and talks a little bit about the orange, the inner and outer circles of orange on here. So it just gives you a very brief introduction. I won't cover that today. Then it says, now compare your dominant colour to the core emotions. Is there something better than expected? Have you realised your individual emotions are more colourful than you felt as a whole? Why does this breakdown of colours help? And this is how the book goes on. What I do is introduce something, I explain it and give you a purpose for it, and then I put in thoughtful questions. Sorry, do excuse me. I'm going to have a rest tomorrow. So it breaks it all down. I'm just trying to find the next bit best to read for you. Let's keep going a little bit. I'll read you a couple of them. Now I tell you what I want to find. I've got the bookmark in it. Here we go. What I'm going to do is jump forward because, like I said, it's all built up. We've got exercises in the book. There's various parts. The whole book is broken down into lots of different things. The part before this tells you about the diagram explained, and so it gives you the introduction to colour. Then there is a section on each colour individually. So when we go on to looking at the section just for yellow and happiness, it tells you the first thing, it gives you an introduction to just yellow on its own. So we keep breaking it down until you really truly understand each colour, why it's where it is, what it means to you. So it says the diagram explained. It tells you about your core emotions, why we choose that colour, why we use that colour to describe that emotion. And it also explains the placement of that colour on the wheel, like why the yellow is at the top, why the red and blue are opposed on the sides, and why the black is at the bottom. It explains why the orange is in the middle and around the edge. So all explained in the book. But I'm going to read you the little bit that follows. It always follows with the purpose of, and this one is happiness. So the purpose of happiness. To me, what happens when you stop being happy is that your emotions say, uh-oh, you're not staying there forever. Get back here. We want you to be happy. You say, I'm fed up and I just want to be happy again. Every person on earth is driven towards happiness, driven by that emotional cycle of 4 colours and the power of change. Right now, your emotions might have changed and you are stuck in another emotion temporarily or longer. But your happiness is still waiting for you. It's not lost and it is not stolen. Also, there is a purpose for the other emotions that call you away from happiness. And we will look at them in the other colours. But happiness is the part that tells you you have succeeded, or you are safe, or you are well fed and you can stop eating. Meet Caveman Dan. He has been out hunting and had to be brave. He had to be fierce. He had to be cautious. But when he caught his supper, what would happen if he was still feeling fierce and courageous? He might not feel like bringing supper home to his cave and his family. Feeling happy was an important emotion to Caveman Dan to ensure that by evening he was safe, fed, contented, and tucked up in his cave, ready to sleep. Happiness is a sense of completion that helps you relax and stop what you are doing so you can rest and recover to start again. So that's a brief introduction to the section on happiness, the section on emotional awareness. And by the time you take just that small snippet and the rest of that segment, plus all of the other colours, this puts a whole new light on emotions. I'm really struggling now. I said about needing to rest and stop. I've done my reading, and that's a sense of completion. This explains why mindfulness and gratitude are so powerful, because they give you the opportunity to focus on that sense of completion in small doses repeatedly throughout a day, throughout a project, throughout a task, throughout life. So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to go and have a quick rest before the next one. And if anybody's got any questions, pop them below and I'll probably answer them in the text. But thank you, and I am grateful to everybody for being here, for watching, for catching up on replay. Don't forget the link is below. Today it's 99p. That is an absolute giveaway. Share that out across the UK with as many of your friends as you can. Thank you, and I'll see you at 3 o'clock. Tony's been messaging me in the background. He is ready to come on at 3 and sing. Give me a break. Bye.